Now at 5 a.m. on WKYT this morning, as it gets colder and colder across the Bluegrass on this first alert severe weather day, warming centers are now opening up in many cities and emergency plans are being activated.
And a woman was treated for smoke inhalation this morning after her space heater started smoking. We'll tell you how to stay safe with these space heaters.
Current wind chill now in the single digits and dropping through the day. We're looking at very frigid conditions, not just today, but the next 48 hours. We'll go over the latest forecasts coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning to you from WKYT, and yes, wintertime has gotten here. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. Today is a first alert severe weather day, and here's Micah Harris with the latest on this Arctic blast.
Yeah, and it's a big blast too. This is the biggest blast we have seen so far this winter, and it looks to continue for tomorrow too. So we got a long stretch ahead. Temperatures already there in the teens and 20s. Add a little wind to that, and we're already sitting in the single digits. How it feels outside, 6 degrees there in Lexington. Teens down south, 1 degree now in Covington, and it's only going to get worse as we head through the day. Wind chill advisory now in effect until Thursday tomorrow morning. So we got a long ways to go as we look all across the region. Everybody not only in a wind chill advisory, but also seeing some spotty snow showers out and about. Now remember, this isn't going to be much, but it could be enough to cause some issues there on the roadways. We'll go over the latest forecast, take you off into tomorrow morning. That's when it could get dangerous, and I'll show you that coming up.
Okay, those full details shortly. Thank you.
And as the temperatures plummet across the Bluegrass, organizations in several counties trying to keep those who are less fortunate safe from the cold.
Shelters and warming centers will be open in Lexington and in many other cities who are now responding. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the Salvation Army on West Main Street to tell us more. Mark, I know it's tough to stay warm out there. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Bill and Rebecca. It is very difficult to stay out here. It is dangerously cold, and because of that, the Salvation Army here on West Main Street and 7 other emergency shelters are open to give people a place to escape these bitterly cold temperatures. Now, while many of these shelters are available to the homeless throughout the year, the city's emergency weather plan has been activated, so hours have been extended at many of these shelters, and people in need of a ride to a homeless shelter are able to take a Lextram bus to that shelter for free. Now, because of the extreme cold, shelters are filling up quickly. The Hope Center on West Loudon is already housing 200 men, and they say they plan to make room for another 50. And here at the Salvation Army this morning, I even saw a couple people sleeping out in the lobby. Now, these emergency shelters will be open through Friday, but city leaders say they are taking a look at the weather that's coming into the city this weekend to see if any of these shelters need to stay open longer. Now, we do have a list of all the emergency shelters that are open across the city on our website, WKYT.com. Now, if you do need immediate cold weather help, the United Way of the Bluegrass says you can go ahead and call their call center. That number is 211 for immediate help. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you. Get inside the truck there for a little while, and we'll get back to you. Our time is 5:03. This Arctic cold air can be life-threatening for anyone who doesn't have a home. Volunteers fanned out as temperatures started dropping across Lexington, looking for homeless folks.
The Compassionate Caravan, as it's called, offered the homeless a ride to a shelter along with coats and blankets. The caravan went out on the 12th day of Christmas, which marks the Epiphany. The director of the Catholic Action Center says she wants everyone to know they can come to the center for safety.
New this morning, a woman had to be treated for smoke inhalation after a heater inside her Lexington home started smoking.
When the temperatures drop, firefighters say they see more heater-related fires. You have to obviously operate with caution with these. Whitney Wetzel at the live desk now.
Good morning. Well, fire officials say that fire that started overnight was caused by a space heater. The 2 people who lived there woke up to the smell of smoke, but they were able to get water and put out the flames themselves. Now, this happened at a home on Elm Tree Lane. The fire broke out in the bathroom there. Other than that room, the 2 can still stay in the home. A woman was treated on scene for smoke inhalation, but other than that, everyone, including a cat, is okay. With such cold temperatures this week, more people will likely be using space heaters, so firefighters are reminding people how to safely heat their homes because fire safety can mean life or death.
When it gets extremely cold like this, you absolutely have to be exceptionally careful with your small electric heaters, any kind of auxiliary heating device. Make sure you keep your combustibles away from them and make sure they have a good radius around them that's clear. And don't overload your outlets because things like this can happen.
Now, another good piece of advice, firefighters recommend not running space heaters when you're not at home or asleep. Also, it's important to check your smoke detectors monthly to make sure they are still working. At the live desk, Whitney Wetzel, back to you.
Whitney, thank you very much. Doctors say it doesn't take long for these bitterly cold temperatures like we're seeing right now to become dangerous. They tell us that anyone who has to be outside for long periods of time should be very careful. Our own meteorologist Jim Caldwell is live from our WKYT weather garden with some precautions you should take. Hey, Jim, good morning.
It's almost a year to the date. If you think back to last year when we had that major Arctic invasion here across Kentucky where we were dealing with sub-zero wind chill, sub-zero actual air temperatures, we're right back there again with this big blast of cold that is now taking over the Commonwealth. Right now, believe it or not, it's not that bad out here. Okay, that's a stretch. It's tough out here, but it's only going to get worse, as Mike has been talking about, as we progress through the rest of the morning. So if you're going to be out, and you're going to have to be out in these type conditions, make sure you dress in layers, of course, as you already know. Keep all your fingers, your hands, your head, your feet, keep everything nice and warm. Make sure you have those nice thick socks on here. Throw on a good, comfortable hat that will keep your head warm as you go through the course of the day. Now, one thing to keep in mind, through history, we have been told that you lose most of your heat through your hands and through your head. Well, guess what? That is one of those old health myths. That's not actually true. We lose it more so, believe it or not, right here in your chest area. So that's just one of those old health myths that we have learned to live and go by through the years. So just keep everything nice and bundled up as you head out today, as we will be dealing with some significantly cold temperatures today, and especially as we cross over into the day tomorrow. It is going to be very difficult to get out and wander around. So keep that in mind as you prepare to start your day wherever you may be headed. I'll have much more coming up for you in a little bit. Outside, cold, freezing. I'm meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
All right, Jim, thank you very much. Come on in for a while. As the Arctic blast moves through the bluegrass, stay with WKYT for continuing coverage. On WKYT.com, you'll find the latest forecast along with any closings, delays, and cold weather information that we get. We'll pass it right along. And remember, for future snowfall, we want you to help us track snow totals this winter. Send us your eyewitness pictures as well. Use the hashtag WKYT Rules Winter.